I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
And welcome everybody to the Four Tales podcast. I am your host, Kyrun Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is the Perpetuan perpetuator of Ace Blade, Denny J. Quick. And together we are the only place to find two award-winning blurred comic creators talking to other comic creators. Now we are live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, and a bunch of other places. Thank you for hosting us on all those programs. And if you are listening or watching us, thank you for your support. But don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Let's just start that over. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the host button if you're on Twitch, hit the like button, subscribe on whatever platform you're using. Also, please keep sending in those reviews, especially on Apple iTunes. Those reviews help us to reach a bigger audience. Now, today we have a special guest, and it's Danny J. Quick, like I mentioned. How you doing, man?
Very, very special guest. No, it's not me. It's not me at all, man. No, man, it's good. It's good to see you. It's nice and early this morning. Ready to talk some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with our special guest. I just want to go ahead and bring him in. I know we want to talk about the comics that we read this morning, but this week, but we can wait until we get the man, the myth, the legend in himself, the CEO and founder of Freestyle Comics, the creator of Hot Shot, and many other wonderful indie properties. The man, the myth, the legend, Michael Watson.
I'm glad you brought up that. I'm glad you brought up. You got to get controversial because I got some beef with him today too. Also, so
we got beef with Mike.
This dude has been completely nice to me since we've talked about being on the show. It's been in the chat, so polite, so courteous. Oh man, I'm so glad that you're still with us. Glad you pulled through. Respect. As soon as the show goes live, what up?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Beef in the streets, live.
Beef.
All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing, Michael? How are you doing?
Hey, no, it's entertaining. Bring it. Let's go.
Oh, you just want to get into it? We can get into it because, all right. We're gonna talk about why you're here, because you are here for a special Kickstarter. And we're not normally a Kickstarter podcast, but I agree to this for two reasons. One, I like your work. I do respect your work. I love your work. And two, I saw your Kickstarter video and it got me heated. It truly got me heated because I was like,
I think I know why.
You know why? Okay, I'm going to show you why, actually. Let's just start off like that. I'm going to show you why I am mad.
Do you know you were blocked by this image of this print wall?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up here because I want to know why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter? all just shirtless and muscular, all up in your Kickstarter, but you can't have any of my characters on it. I mean,
okay, so number one,
look at him shirtless too.
And nobody can see him right now.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Ace Blade's character is blocked by the print wall.
What print wall? Wait, where?
I don't see it on the stream.
Yeah, it's showing up correctly.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe it's just you.
Yeah, maybe it is. Let me see.
Let me reshare it because I want to make sure people see this.
Because I want to make sure if I'm getting yelled at, that they can see what I'm being yelled at for.
All right. So I'm watching live. It's sharing it. Let's see.
Yeah, it's showing.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess it's just frozen right now on my screen. Maybe I need to refresh.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me do that real quick. Let me refresh real quick.
Man, you weren't even supposed to see that yet. That's for later.
So he is really behind. All right. So we lost our guest. He was that disgruntled Yeah.
Hey, don't be coming at our guest, man.
He
because-
had Joel character in his Kickstarter, and not me.
Hey man, me and Mike have a long special relationship, man. This is me and Mike have been through stuff together. We've been through we've been through company changes. We've been through
I don't care what y'all been through. He had Joel character in his Kickstarter video, and not me. Like the disrespect there.
So first off, this thing right here that's going on with Dan J. Quick, it was an idea that I came up with while talking to Dan J. Quick. And throughout it, we decided that we talked through it, that Emerald Quest will probably be the best book that I have for FSK to do crossovers, at least with variant characters. So the door is open on this for anybody that wants to be in here for a spot, because we also, and don't get mad, Kyrun, because we got lumberjacks in here too.
Oh my mother!
I wasn't gonna tell you.
I personally would love to have your character in here, because I think your character, a variant of your character, I think would be great. But because of where this world takes place and what's happening here, we all just thought that this was a great, because we all want to do crossovers, but we all have these different rules in our universe, so it makes it hard for us to link up, because we all also want it to make sense. We don't want to just do it just for the simple fact of doing it. We want it to matter. We want to have impact on each of our worlds. But we figured once I started doing Emerald Quest, that this was the easiest way to do it. And Loki came into the field, because that's what we were talking about, Loki. And with the variants, we're like, we can do FSK variants of some of my favorite characters from the indie community to get them included in it. So I'm up for it. I've had a meeting with Danny, so we worked out his storyline and backstory, and he's the ace of blades in our world. We got Lumberjack's storyline, and it is terribly sad. Like I cannot wait to bring this upon.
Sad and angry. It's terribly sad and angry.
And we are gonna have that. That Ace of Blade versus Lumberjacks battle. So, brother, I'd love to sit down with you and start working out how we can get your character variant in our world.
Well, I'm just gonna announce it right now. I'm gonna come up with a Kickstarter called Diamond Journey. It's gonna star Flaming Shot and Club Blade, Spade Blade. I don't know, but
okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
I like Flame Shot. That sounds like it'd be a good story.
What's going on, Bearded Wolf? Thank you for joining us today.
So, all right, we totally skipped over what we should have done. The proper etiquette is for us to have you tell us about this project, about Emerald Quest. I know a lot about it because, like I said, we've been through some things, and I've been excited for Emerald Quest for seems like years now. But tell us about Emerald Quest. What is it about? Who are the main players? And why should people support you on Kickstarter? Am I muted?
Is he muted?
I think he's muted.
Yes, I am. I was coughing, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Emerald Quest is a story that I've been working on just as long as Hot Shot back in college. I started with a couple friends in school, and we were big into fantasy books, stories, and we want to make ourselves as characters or whatnot in this world, and that's how it started. But then it never went anywhere. But Emerald Quest takes place on the world of Allion, and Allion is a planet that is racked with war. Every kingdom, every country is in a constant battle. And there is an emerald that actually powers the planet, that gives it life, nourishment, and all that good stuff. But this emerald is alive, and it feels all of the pain, all of the damage, all of the heartache that's being caused by this worldwide war that's going on. And it actually shattered the planet in a giant explosion because it couldn't take anymore. And the shards from the emerald have gone all over these different continents. So, number one, if you're a flat earther, this is the story for you, because now our planet's flat. But it's several large floating land masses, continents, and each of them have their own magical atmosphere, different realms, different worlds, but they're connected by these magical bridges, top secret entrances and things like that. And this happened so long ago that people don't even really remember why it happened. But this legend has been going around, and half the planet believes it, the other half doesn't. But if you can collect all of the shards, all the emerald shards, and put them back together, you'll have the power to reshape the planet in the vision that you want. So if you want it to be a world of candy drops, once you get all the emeralds, that's the world, and that's what it's going to be. So the kingdoms that do believe it are in this constant war, this race to get as many emerald shards as they possibly can. And our main character is Marky. She is a military savant. She is the youngest general in her queen's army. No one knows where she came from, where she's going, or who she is. But this story is really going to take you on a journey of answering those questions. She became a general, worked her way up through the queen's army, and was so good at what she does that the queen adopted her as her stepdaughter. Mm-hmm. And when the story takes place, we're actually a few years into Marky's service as a general. She has a sister by the name of Dominica who does not like Marky at all. That's her stepsister because she's the true daughter of the queen. We have several characters in this story. So I'm a big fan of Robert Kirkman. So I try to tell stories like that, but I'm also a huge fan of Game of Thrones. So if you are a fan of that type of storytelling where we bounce from one character to another, that's what we're going to be doing, as we have several main characters that will take you on different paths, and all those paths are going to intersect in the middle for a big climatic ending, as this book is only scheduled for 25 issues.
Oh, wow. Only 25, as he says.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Real quick. Go ahead. Herb Bond asked a question: if we have any more projects? Love Black creatives and projects. Thank you for that, Herb. Actually, all three of us have our own comic book universes. All of us have multiple issues. You can check out Danny's at fourthwallpros.com. Check out myself at tauruscomics.com. And definitely check out Michael's work here. He's talking about his new series. That's why we have him on here at fskgo.com. But go ahead.
The new website.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I actually that was a secret that I had to keep because somehow I ended up on.
How are you getting, man?
I ended up in an admin page, admin group for Freestyle Comics. And I was just peeping all the stuff that was going. I wasn't saying nothing most of the time. I was just peeping all the stuff that was going on. I was like, oh, they got a new website. It's nice. But I had to keep it close to the chest. So
we're actually going to launch the website. Let me see here. Sometime in the middle of next week, we're actually going to officially launch the website. I've got my thermal printer that Lori helped me find, so now I can print out my labels and start shipping the books for the Hot Shot Kickstarter. So we plan on launching the website next week.
Beautiful. Those thermal printers come in handy, man. That's a good thing to have.
Oh yeah,
Must be nice to have one.
Look, I didn't know what a thermal printer was until Lori told me. She had to hit me to it. So
hey, they nice to have, man. They're really, really nice to have. So man, I like Emerald Quest, man. I've always been intrigued by it. You got a lot of stories that I like, man. Hot Shot, everybody likes Hot Shot. Hot Shot is the main guy. Mm-hmm. But you just got so many characters, man. You got so many stories, and Emerald Quest is one of my favorites, especially with this art, man. I don't know if it's just the evolution of chat and draw and you getting better with time, but it's like every time you put out something, it's just the next level. And then you got Laurie Foster doing inks on the cover, on that one cover. That's my favorite one anyway. Where she did the inks and Veronica did the colors on it. It's the double spread, the wraparound cover, man. I love that.
Let me tell you about that wraparound cover. So I'm a competitive guy, especially when my brothers are really feeling somebody's art. So we were trying to figure out who we wanted to get for the variant covers, and I was like, well, damn, we got to get Sean Hill. Sean Hill did a killer ass cover for us on the Hot Shot campaign. Yeah. So we got to get one of those. But per Lori, she was like, yeah, we got to bring these rewards down. You got way too many rewards from the Hot Shot Kickstarter. You did too much. So we had to rein it in, which I'm fine with. That's why we brought Lori on to help us with that stuff. So I think we only got 3 variant covers on top of the original. Mm-hmm. And so Sean Hill turned in his cover. I already had this laid out. I already knew what I was doing or whatnot. And Sean Hill turned in his cover, and everybody in the FSK group was like, dang, this is tight. And then like Danny Cooper, the editor-in-chief, I'm talking to you, Danny. He changed it to his profile picture. He was like, Sean Hill murdered this cover. And like he was like, he decimated this cover right here, Sean Hill. Amazing. And you know, that's what Danny's supposed to do. He's supposed to promote the books. He's supposed to promote the art. But I'm going to tell you, I took that kind of personal. So when I went to go back and finish my pencils, I put in work. And I was like, Lori, I need you to kill this on the inks. Veronica, do your thing. So I took it personal. And I wanted to take the title back from Sean Hill.
Hey man, I love like the professional competition of artists, man. I know you dang on my homeboy Wally McNair. We had him on the show. He has a professional rivalry with people that you might not even know. And I know Kyrun, you know, he takes his work he takes his work professionally and personal too. But all of y'all, Sean Hill is doing the thing, and what's his name, Marcus Williams, they're doing the thing. And I'm like, every time I see it, man, I just love it that y'all are trying to raise the bar and trying to you know, find the right combinations to attract people to these books, and it's working.
Yeah, man, and like I said, and Sean was completely oblivious to that. That was just my own personal vendetta. When I saw Danny post that, I was like, oh, you like that, huh? And like, that's the goal, right? You're supposed to like it. I took that all the way personal, and I was like, yeah, we about to put in this work. Let me put on my damn glove here.
Damn.
Let me put
that
on
was a power glove right there.
Right.
Now, I do want to give love to the artist of your book, James Gage, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is this his first time doing a comic, or?
This is his first time doing a comic book ever, man.
Nice.
And he did it all. He did it all. He did the drawing, the inking, and the coloring. He did it all in a program called MetaBang on iPad.
What? Really?
Wow.
And MetaBang is a completely free art program on iPad. He did this entire first issue in MetaBang.
Look at Danny. He's all like, "What?
Yep, I know. He's looking for
free. Right. Let's get it."
Let me go find my iPad real quick. Man, that's amazing. Like the artwork that I've seen, man, the tools are getting so good, man. And like I know Adobe Max just had their conference this I think 2 weeks ago, and they're bringing out some new features so that you can do 3D work in Illustrator and in Photoshop a lot easier. And the tools that we have at our disposal, you know, are just amazing. But I know I see you doing the traditional stuff too still. And I know Kyrun does traditional work. Do you think it's important to keep those traditional roots to be able to still do pencil to paper?
Absolutely. I think my line work is actually better traditional. I have not found, while I do love the digital and so much more convenient, I have not found the brushes that I can replicate the pencils the way I want to yet. So when I do get to knock the dust off of my pencil and paper and get to go back and draw, I think my drawings are stronger. But then there are tools in the iPad that makes the finish of the drawing stronger than I can with my pencil. So I'm hoping I know I've through our community that I'm able to find a couple brushes to do it the way that I want to or whatnot. But like Charlie and Moana have me on their Kickstarters, and Charlie had a Kickstarter specific for sketch covers. So I was drawing. Here it is. I was drawing on Spider Squirrel, Thunder Woman.
Oh, wow,
nice.
He had ordered this, and this was another competition thing. He was talking. The creator of Thunder Woman was talking about how Fish Lee draws the best Thunder Woman before on Chat and Draw. Before he started drawing.
Chat and Draw.
I was like, look, I stopped the show and I was like, hey man, we got a show first. My man is straight promoting a whole nother artist on my show, Chat and Draw. And Fish was in the audience watching. And Fish was like, you right. I do draw the best Thunder Woman. I said, let me put on my glove.
Michael Jordan Watson here, taking everything personal.
Exactly. He said, I took that personally.
I took that personally.
He said, Fish Lee through Thunder Woman, and I took that personally. Forget it. I like it. I'm stealing that from you, Kyrun. I'm using that. That's Michael Jordan Watson.
Michael Jordan.
From now on.
Dude, but it's so much fun because I have nothing but respect for Fish. Fish is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing artist. The animated trailer, my intern had started that, so it was about 50 or 60% finished, and I was able to talk to Fish because he could replicate the style, and he finished it for me. But he did it in 2 days.
Dude's
Fish
quick.
is so fast. He's so fast.
It was 10 frames. 10 frames he did in 2 days, and we got that trailer done. So Fish is beyond amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. Fish is so fast. I know he's going through some stuff right now. Shout out to Fish. Get better. And get back to work, man. But it's the community that we have is so dope, man. And I just I've been trying to get these Ace Blade books done, so I haven't been as as connected as I want to be. But it's great to just have people that you can reach out to do projects and to work with. And I think we just got to keep building it, man.
Dude, and I love that I got to read Ace Blade number 5 early. That was fantastic. I was very excited about that issue. Dang it, Kyrun, I'm sorry. That's your host. You need to talk to him. Look, you need to talk to him.
You know what? I'm just gonna sip my tea because y'all
Kyrun be hating.
Have a love fest going on, man.
See, Kyrun be hating though. Like you send Kyrun some stuff, and he'll be like, "Hey, I don't like it. Just throw the whole book away. Throw the whole book away."
Okay, I only said that about 2 issues of Ace Blade. That's all. Only 2.
That's 50%. There was only 4 issues out at the time.
I never said that about Lumberjacks.
Damn.
Exactly.
Damn.
No, but it's good to know which person to send stuff to what kind of feedback you want.
I always give real feedback. I will criticize you as good as I can, and I will also compliment you in the best way possible. But I'm not going to sugarcoat things. That's all.
That's what's up. I definitely respect and appreciate that.
One more thing before we get to our quick takes and our pre-planned stuff. You guys do something cool with Freestyle. You have your verse order. You have this Emerald Quest book. If people look at the cover of it, it says verse 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I think that is really cool. I've heard Danny and you talk about it before, Danny Cooper. Can you tell us what that is? Tell us why you decided to start doing that on your books.
Well, number one, it's our ultimate cheat because we all want a large book of numbers of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So we were having this problem where we were thinking small and thinking. While I definitely love to say that I think like Marvel and DC when it comes to the promotion and putting the books together and stuff like that, I was also personally thinking too big and grand when it came to releasing books. I always felt like when Hotshot came out, I needed to have Vigilance, I needed to have Hot and Heroes come out at the same time. Well, that never worked. It never happened. It was too much. And whenever I went to shows, people would be like, "Oh, where's the new Hotshot issue?" I'm like, "Oh, well, Hotshot isn't out yet, but this is the new Heroes issue." Or they'd be like, "Where's the new Heroes issue?" Because I got the other 3. And I'm like, "Well, the Heroes issue isn't out. This is the new Hotshot issue. This is what we have out right now." And so amongst the many times that I've talked to Danny Cooper, we decided that there should be a release order to the entirety of our books because we are building up to an event called Zero Event Emergence that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually our first.
Let me guess, Danny knows about this too? Damn it.
Kyrun, if you didn't know, we were both worked in the same company for a while. And
we did.
I got some good input, especially on the titles that I really, really like. I was always asking questions.
Oh.
But, they didn't call me Team Spoiler Alert for nothing. Just say that.
Danny definitely believes a closed mouth does not get fed. So So with Zero Event Emergent happening, that's going to be like our first crossover where we're saying, yeah, you need to read all these books in order. It's shaping up right now to be an 8-part story arc across all the FSK books. And we were like, well, all the books are leading to this moment. All the books are leading up to this event, whether it's Easter eggs or breadcrumbs or, big reveals that are happening. So how can we get people excited to read these books in order and be ready for this crossover event. And we started looking at how we were dropping the books, how the books were being released, and we're like, well, we call it the Hot Shot verse. All the books that are, with the exception of Spider Squirrel, because it's in its own universe, we call all the other books the Hot Shot verse. So why don't we just proclaim that the Hot Shot verse is one big ass comic book series? Marvel does it all the time. Marvel will take a Spider-Man book, relabel it the #1 issue, but on the inside cover in the credits, it's really issue 795. But it's the #1 issue. And then when they hit 800 of that issue, they'll go back to the regular number of 800. So we were like, what's our version of that? So when we go to the show, we say, this is our newest issue of the Hot Shot verse. Not the newest Hot Shot, not the newest Heroes, not the newest Vigilance, the newest Hot Shot verse issue. Now, do you have to read the books in those orders? You do not.
Yes.
You absolutely do not. If you just want to get your Hot Shot books or you just want to get your Vigilance books, you are more than welcome to do that. We just feel as creators that if you read it in this order, that it makes more sense and you'll get some of the stuff that happens in the emergence. So we added the verse count to it, so it's like a chapter. I'm a big fan of the MCU, so mimicking their style of storytelling with how they release movies is how we're doing our comic books. So Emerald Quest is verse 5, although it's the newest issue to come out, but we feel like where it fits at for you is chapter 5, especially when we reveal how Emerald Quest is connected to the Hot Shot verse.
See, this is information for me because I've read all of Hot Shot, I've read all of Vigilance, I've read all of Heroes International, but I haven't read any of the Emerald Quest stuff. Y'all have been really tight-lipped about the Emerald Quest actual story. So I didn't know that I knew about the Zero event, but I didn't know that Emerald Quest was going to be connected to that at all. So this is dope to me. Like it makes sense that the other three would be connected to the Zero event, but I didn't know that this one was going to be. So that's news to me.
Yeah, it makes us we're all geeks, we're all fans, and I just want to have fun making comic books, even if only 3 people enjoy reading what we did and they connected the dots. I only know of 2 people since we've dropped Hot Shot that connected that the first page of issue 1 of Hot Shot is the first page of issue 5 of Hot Shot, and that this fight has been that whole thing, that issue 5 is the whole fight for the book. I only know of 2 people that connected that dot. So, and I'm fine with that because that's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg that, you discover if you've, sat down and read all of them. Like one of my friends who read the first issue came back and got all of them and read them down. And then he said, you're telling me that the first issue is actually where issue 5 is? And you guys just went back and told the backstory? Like, yeah, not everybody catches that or whatnot. So Emerald Quest being a fantasy story and where we have everything kind of lined up, I absolutely love fantasy. Absolutely. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Love Game of Thrones, Willow, King Arthur, all that stuff, man. So we wanted to do our version of that, but I didn't want to just do it. I just didn't want to put this story out here. I was like, how can we fit this into the Hot Shot verse? How can we make this work? And I'd have to say I'm pretty proud of the connection that we made with it. The 25th issue is going to be a big deal for us. It's going to be, it's not a spoiler. It's going to be a big ass final fight in the 25th issue. The 25th, and that will probably be our first time of doing maybe a 60 page book for the first time ever and whatnot for us. So it's going to end in a big way, and when it comes across to the other books, the waves are going to be felt. I've always wanted to be able to say stuff like that and say we've been building this up for years, but I want you to actually be able to see it. Like if you read the books, you'd be like, damn, they have been working on this for a long time. Like this has been a part of their narrative. Not when Marvel says we've been building this up for 50 years, and no, you didn't. You just did this last summer in a boardroom, and now y'all did all your marketing for it.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess this is the time that Danny wants to do his quick take. So, are you ready for that?
I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, It's time to get controversial.
What?
Controversial.
It's time to get controversial.
We're doing introductions now. Okay.
This is so if y'all can't tell, me and Mike have history. Okay. And you know, with my quick takes, I like to ask hard-hitting questions that you got to answer on the spot. You got to give your honest opinion on the spot. And I know about Mike. I've studied the man's work, and I've studied his past and his history. And these questions, Mike, they're gonna get controversial. But I want you to give me your true opinion.
Oh God, okay? You are hyping this way too much.
I want to get your true opinion on these 5 questions, and you got 45 seconds. So here we go. This is the first question. Question number 1: Is Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime?
Yes.
Yes.
Western anime.
No, you can't qualify Western anime.
It's our version of an anime. You asked me to answer the question, man.
Is it a Western anime or is it an anime? If I open up and search anime, am I going to find Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
So you consider it amongst the greats, amongst the Akiras, and
well, that's a whole different question right there, though.
I absolutely do. Absolutely.
I know Avatar is one of my favorite shows of all time.
One of mine too.
Part 2 of the question: Korra or Aang?
Woo! Aang, baby. I gotta stay with Aang.
Gotta stay with Aang. I just threw that one on there just because. What's
going on, Robert Jeffrey?
What up, Robert? What up, Lonzo?
What's happening? But yeah. All right. So question number 2, and you already got a sneak peek at this one. I want to know, what do you think when you see this picture? Tell me your thoughts on this.
I think I'm going to make a lot of money because they draw a lot of people to their wall with that print wall, and I'm going to steal about half or more of their customers.
Absolutely. I love your perspective on this, because I used to be one of the guys who was like, yo, these artists got all this space and selling all this merch, but you know, here's little old me. But shoot, I'm a salesman, buddy. If you come near my table, I'm grabbing you. I'm getting you.
Absolutely.
You're grabbing with consent.
Buy Batman?
Huh?
Especially if I see you buying a Batman, I'm gonna say, hey, if you like Batman, you're gonna like Ace Blade.
Absolutely.
Okay. Question number 3. What is more important, indie comics or mainstream comics?
Wow. What's more important? I don't feel like you can have more than one without the other. I think if you're looking at the time frame right now, indie comics are more important because mainstream comics have laid down the foundation, fucked it up, then relayed it, messed it up, and now we get to take it and we're taking it to new levels because now studios and other publishers are looking for that new original content, that new creator content, and that's what we've stepped in and been providing that. A lot of creators have been getting opportunities because, you know, Marvel and DC and Image have been dominating the foreground, and they want something new. These studios want their own thing, their own verse that they can build. So I'd have to cheat and say indies in this timeline, right? In currently.
In this timeline, you got some variant timelines that you're going to.
Is that part of Emerald Quest?
Oh yeah, you
saw me correct myself.
It's all Emerald Quest.
Okay, question number 4, and this is the one's got to go. So pick one of these to disappear forever, and one you get to keep the whole genre. All right.
Here we
go. Video games or movies? One's got to go.
Those are my crutches.
One of them got to go. You only got.
He said it was going to be controversial.
Damn it! Video games, man.
Ooh. Video games got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought going to pick movies.
I watch movies. I watch anime. I watch TV while I'm drawing.
Wait, but he didn't say anime is part of the movies, though.
Anime movies too, though.
Animes make movies.
All right,
man. I thought for sure you were. I thought for
and I haven't been playing a lot of video games. There haven't been a lot of video games that have inspired me to want to play. Like the latest one has been Ghost of Tsushima, but that came out a year ago.
So I thought you were going to pick to keep video games because I know me personally, I get a deeper satisfaction out of beating a video game. Like playing a video game to me, and you're right, I haven't had a chance to do it nearly as much as I want to, but playing and beating a video game is more of a deep satisfaction for me personally.
No, I absolutely agree when it's the right video game. Drake's Uncharted, oh my God, all those games are amazing. I even love the spinoff game, Final Fantasy X, God of War. You know, there's games that I just buy that like I never intend on trading. I still have my PS2 games, I still have my PS3 games, just because those games were just amazing. But if I got to think about like emotional content that pulls me in, because like I wear my feelings on my sleeve. And, you know, Endgame, I cried like 3 times at Endgame, man. I cried 3 times at Endgame. I can only remember crying once playing a video game, and that was Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X?
Yes, when I found out that old boy was a ghost at the end of it, after all that fighting, I was crying at the end of that game. Now, I've been emotionally pulled into games and invested, but I get more emotion out of watching movies than I do gaming.
I want you to play a game called Paper Mario Color Splash. Okay, that game made me and my son cry. Like we're sitting there playing it, and it's Paper Mario is a light game. Yes. Like it's a funny game, but the end of that game, bro, I was sitting there messed up. I was messed up for the end of that game. Okay. All right. Now this is the real number 5. Question.
And Robert's right. It is a tough decision. They're both grand tools for storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right. Question number 5.
Wait, I got to get a better position. I want to hear the answer for question 5 because that is controversial.
This is the real controversy, man. For
actually, hold up. We're not even gonna do the clock on this one.
People have been asking me about what happened with short fuse and all of that stuff that went down with it and all that stuff. But my question to you is, would you do it all again with short fuse?
Absolutely. I would not be where I'm at. I would not know what I know. I would not have the experience that I have. I would not have the audience that I have. I would not have anything that I'm at right now without my journey with short fuse. I mean, I've had an entire adventure that has led me up to this point, but short fuse was definitely a key moment in that. There's absolutely no way. Like the knowledge alone from working at short fuse is worth doing it again.
Absolutely, and that's what I tell people. I mean, I think a lot of stuff in life is about your perspective, and everything's not going to work out. Everything is not going to work out, all the time. But you can take your experiences and the things that you learned, and take them with you and grow in the next phase, man. Like the main reason that I came to short fuse in the first place was because I hate shipping books. I hate dealing with the logistics of knowing who ordered something, making sure that I have it in stock, making sure that I package it correctly and get it to them. That whole process I hate more than anything. But the 2.5 years that I was with short fuse, that's the one thing that I've come the farthest on, right? So not just that, because also how to make a book with within a budget. I learned how to do that. I learned how to, like I said, now I'm not as bad at shipping stuff. I got everything that I need here. That thermal printer, Sean showed me a cheap and effective way to ship books properly. But that thermal printer is just that next step. So I agree with you. I would do it all again. Way to ship books properly. But it's just a learning experience, man. So I saw that Sean was recently back online again. I know he's not doing comics no more, but he out here making sandwiches, so that's good.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, like I remember when I first got on Short Fuse, and Sean was talking to me about the Hot Shot Kickstarter and how we're going to do it, and Sean was like, "All right, so I'm pretty sure, from all the Kickstarters we've done, we can bring in about $3,000 or $4,000 with our audience. How much do you think you could bring?" And the first thing on my mind was like, 4 or 5, easy, baby, easy. And Sean was like, "All right, cool. So we should set like a $6,000-$7,000 goal." I was like, "Bet." And he's like, "All right, well, while we get the Kickstarter ready, I need you to do this. I'm gonna start laying down the page for you. Check your social media. Start reaching out. If you can get 100 people to share this one thing, then we're on the right path." And I couldn't get 10 people to share this damn thing. And so as we're getting closer to Kickstarter, it became more self-apparent that I do not have an audience online at all. I do not. And I had to figure out and define what my audiences were. I'm thinking I could bring in this money because of my comic book convention audience, because I can go to a comic book convention and sell. Mm-hmm. But comic book convention audience don't go to Kickstarter. Not nearly as many as we want. They are at comic book conventions. I'm pitching to them face to face. This Kickstarter is a representation of me and Short Fuse. I don't get to pitch to a bunch of people and guess and see what they're doing and turn left when they're going right to bring them back in. This is solely people on Kickstarter that donate and buy from Kickstarter. I don't have that audience. Short Fuse helped. Like I can admit, I can be very arrogant at times, and Short Fuse helped me admit that and see fault in that, because I didn't know what my audience and my reach was. And I had to work on that. Hence why you can literally track me coming to Short Fuse to me starting to do live streams all the time and coming online and talking with people. That's on the track record because I'm trying to build my online audience and trying to build up stuff for Kickstarter. When Sean was like, yeah, people that shop on Kickstarter will research you. They'll look you up and see how many Kickstarters you've done, to see if you're new to Kickstarter, if you're old to Kickstarter. They'll look up all this stuff. And I was like, oh, really? So I got invested in Kickstarter because I never really was in Kickstarter. So I just figured it was a platform where people just give you money for projects. And it is not like that at all. It is a whole different beast, just like comic book conventions is different. And websites are different. I didn't have anybody checking for me for a website. But that Short Fuse website was popping because people were checking for us. People were ordering books. So, we want to make sure that we have all those assets in a basket. And, just from growth, from learning things, learning about, my last publisher that I was with was not the best. And a lot of people know that. But Sean is smart. And he knows a lot about business and he knows a lot about comics. And when I have a conversation with Sean, that was the difference, because I wasn't going to do another publisher again. But when I had a conversation with Sean, which was several, about the business of comic books, Sean was saying all the things that my publisher should have been saying. And they have experience in sales. But Sean is saying all the right things, and he has a clear understanding of the business of comic books. And I was like, well, this is somebody that I need to learn from. I mean, outside of the experience I've already had and gained, I'm not saying I got everything from Short Fuse, but where I'm at right now is a big part, and thanks to Short Fuse.
Absolutely. Some great information, man. See, that's why I had to take off the timer, because I didn't want you to just be confined to just that 45 seconds. No, because that was a lot of information that you both gave out. So that's why I was like, I don't want the 45 seconds. I want you guys to be able to just expand on that as much as possible. So,
we're gonna do a documentary someday about Short Fuse.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was Danny's quick takes, brought to us by Emerald Quest and the Flat Earth Society.
What's up, Mike Lancet?
And now, a word from our sponsor. And now, back to the show.
All right, what's up, Mike? We got a message from Massive Panda. What's up, Mike? What's up, everybody? Just got in here. Mike, preach about getting an audience is completely in the dark about these social media algorithms. Definitely aren't helping him. So I guess
all you gotta do is just be present. I know you got like I think last time I checked, I think Mike has like a third shift job that he works and then he draws in a day or whatnot. Damn. I'm like, Mike's book is amazing. All he has to do is be present online. Just pick a day or two to be consistently online and people know you're always going to be online with that because you do it every single week, and your presence will build up. Your social media will build up.
A third job? Is he like one of those Jamaicans from A Living Color?
No, I mean a third shift job. Like he's got crazy work hours.
Gotcha.
That's why he's not online a lot.
I just read Masters of the Edge 4 also, and it was great. Like that whole series, man. I'm so proud of Mike for his work, man. The art has been phenomenal. The story is great. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. I mean, number 5. I just read number 5. It's one of my favorite indie series right now. So yeah, please just keep making books, man. I was literally thinking about using my TikTok as the platform to kind of push other people's content, because I know people don't have the time to market and to put content out there for themselves. So I might start doing that, because there's some really great stuff out here. Have y'all heard of this? There's a book called Shaman's Destiny. I don't know if y'all ever heard about it. But
nah, never heard of that.
Yeah, that man, it's pretty good. Like it's pretty good. But
I hate you so much.
Yeah,
man, I know you all this time, bro, and I'd never heard of Shaman's Destiny.
The weirdest thing is everybody knows me as the Asian female chick comic book. But I got 7 other issues with black characters that nobody ever talks about. And maybe that's my fault for not marketing them well. But I'm like, damn it, dude.
I didn't know you had 7 issues of it.
Yeah, I got 6 issues of Shaman's Destiny and then 1 issue of Ruby from Planet Oz.
Yeah, Mike, just start off small, man. Just start small and do something that works for you. But you got to at least get online on social media at least once or twice a week consistently. And that audience will build up for you. And, while we're talking about Mike, he is also the artist on our newest title, Zero Event, that's coming out that Victor wrote.
Whoa, wait, what?
Huh?
What?
When did that happen?
Is this a spoiler exclusive? Team spoiler exclusive here? What?
Yeah, Veronica just finished the colors for it. And all it needs to do is be lettered. And right now, with all the projects that we have, we're just trying to figure out where it fits for a release date. But we're about to get ready to get them started on the second issue.
Wait a minute. The one that you showed me with IT, that's Mike. Mike drew that?
No, not that one. I drew that.
I was about to say, I could have sworn that was you, but
it was a Mike, just not that Mike.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so what Mike Lancet is drawing is, how we talk about the Zero Event throughout all the books or whatnot through Hot Shot and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going back to that event. We're showing you what it is. We have to show you with Justice and the original Heroes International. So we have to show you what that is before we can do Zero Event Emergence, because that's connected to it.
Okay, I haven't seen any of that stuff. I don't know why.
There's something you don't know. Good.
I don't know why I haven't seen any of that stuff, but
I'll send it to you, Kyrun. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all I wanted. That is all I wanted. Something that Danny doesn't know about. That's all I wanted.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that. I need to see those pages, man. No, but
if you are interested in starting a TikTok, definitely follow Danny. He has built a huge audience on there. Reach out to him so he can give you some tips on that.
TikTok is great, man. It's but just like with anything, it's about being consistent and following the trends. You can do it. But you got anything else? I know, Kyrun, we usually talk about the comics that we've been reading. I just was talking about Masters of the Edge. That's one that I read this week, and Mike Tenner's book that I got through Kickstarter, the Midnight Highway 2.
Okay.
That one I read this week, and that was pretty good. The art on that is amazing. But I've been reading this. I've been doing some research.
There you go.
On this right here.
Go.
I don't know.
You gonna apply?
I did. I put in my application, and I wrote a little script that I'll probably be showing off to people, especially if I don't get accepted. I'm definitely gonna be sending it to people.
See, I just can't find the time to finish my script. I have the idea and I've plotted it out, but I just can't find the time with everything else I'm doing right now.
Find it, man. You right down the street too, ain't you? How far are you from Burbank?
About 8 hours.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Is California that big?
He said down.
Brother, do you not go look at the map? California was stretched from like Florida to North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Jeez, yeah, that's
My man said you right down the street 8 hours. That's not down the street.
Seriously.
I mean, I don't know where Sacramento is, but I would imagine. I thought it was closer to actual stuff in California. I mean, like, no.
I am about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from San Francisco. Like I said, about 8 hours or so, depending on traffic, from the LA area, which is where Burbank is.
You might as well fly. That's not a drive.
I got my brother and my dad live in that LA region, so we're about to go visit them soon.
I definitely got a couple sneak peeks to show y'all.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's what we're here for. That's what we are here for.
That's what we're here for.
I know when Mike gets online that he likes to share stuff, man. So hey,
he likes to share stuff with you, apparently, just not with everybody.
Nah, Mike be holding on to stuff. Mike got a whole bunch of him and Danny Cooper got so much content that they can just share stuff, in inboxes. But then when you get on a show, they got more stuff that they want to show. I'm here for it.
They're like Oprah. I got stuff for you and you and you.
Well, we just kind of figured until we get to the level that the big studios are on, there are some things we definitely want to keep to ourselves, because we want you guys to enjoy the story experience. But who out here? Like, we out here making comic books, and I want people to get excited about it. And honestly, sometimes the best way for people to get excited about it is for people to talk about it.
You got a question there, Danny, in the chat. You want to answer that?
The trade paperback. Yes, that's the Heroes Welcome. The Icon trade. It's there's a collection of a lot of stories in here. The Heroes Welcome is in here. And yeah. I got it on Amazon actually. And Amazon doesn't usually do too well with shipping trades and stuff like that, but this was one that I found on there that I had to have. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And then we got Victor's writing is no joke. Is that Victor Dandridge we're talking about? I'm assuming.
Yep.
We got to get him on the show one day, maybe for season 2.
I mean, they say he's the hardest working man in comics.
I know. We got to find some time for me though. I mean,
I'm trying to steal that in 2022. I'm trying to steal that. I'm trying to steal that moniker. I'm going to
steal it.
All right.
I'm going to be the hardest working man in comics next year.
All right. You want to steal most epic or most enthusiastic person in comics also after that, or?
Nah, I can't touch that.
Yeah.
I can't touch that. My man comes with a megaphone to the comic book convention. I can't be more enthusiastic than that.
Dude, I know a cat that used to do that at conventions, and then the vendors told him that he had to stop because he was just too loud. So
yeah, you got to know your grace with it. I only do it at the bigger shows, and then like at smaller shows, I'll ask if I could do it in certain areas, or you also got to read the room when you're doing that or whatnot. But so this is a crossover pinup I did with Charlie. So if you donate and pledge back the Spider Squirrel Kickstarter, which I don't know if you guys knew or not, but Spider Squirrel is an FSK title.
Look at this. Look at what just happens to be on my shirt right now.
Thank God you had a shirt underneath that.
Look at that.
So this is Trash Panda and a character from Emerald Quest. His name is Noble. He's like our tortured soul character. He's a bounty hunter who really roams the realms by himself, and he looks for the biggest, the most dangerous quest to handle. And nobody knows why he does that. He's a very silent person, but his actions speak for him. So I figured these two characters would have fun together. Trash Panda would be able to get Noble to come out of his shell for a night of drinks.
Okay. What's that third one though? What's that third picture down there?
This one is for I'm clicking on the dang wrong screen. This one is for the Miss Medusa and FSK crossover print.
Did you draw that on Chat and Draw?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember.
Marky in the class of Miss Medusa, but also Marky has her blade up to Miss Medusa's neck. If you pledge to the Miss Medusa Monstrous Menagerie Kickstarter and the FSK Emerald Quest Kickstarter, you'll get this print for free as well.
right.
Those are two like of my favorite prints that I've done so far on FS on Chat and Draw. And
I love it.
This, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Veronica Smith did the colors on. No, I'm sorry. Fish Lee did the colors on this one. And
Fish Lee did that.
Yeah. I forgot the colorist on the one Charlie and I did, but it's one of Charlie's people. I'll get their name here in a second. Okay. And what I'm about to show you right now is Seth Demus is our new ongoing artist for Emerald West.
Oh, what?
He was supposed to start with issue 4, but due to several conversations I've had with LaShawn, the editorial team, and Danny Cooper, we decided we're going to redraw issue 2. That while it's done, there's just some things in there that are not comparable to the story that we're trying to tell. Art-wise, because we have 3 different artists on there who are all fantastic, but there's no cohesion with 3 different artists on that book. So we have Seth actually started on issue 2.
I love his work.
And Seth is phenomenal. So I'm actually giving you guys a first-time look at those pages with Seth and our new colorist on there, Whitney Cook.
That's dope. That's nice.
Oh, this is issue 3 of Emerald Quest.
No, issue 2.
Issue 2 of Emerald Quest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when can we expect this to come out then?
Actually, it's going to come out. So our release schedule and plan is to come out with new content every 3 months. And so we got 5. We're dropping 5-star number 1 in January.
Re-release.
Re-release, but it's the FSK edition.
Fish redrew it, right?
Fish redrew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fish redrew it, so it's the FSK edition. 5 stars officially a part of the FSK universe. Issue 11 of Hot Shot is dropping December 3rd at FSK Day, so you guys can get that right after you get your issue 10.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're not gonna hop over that. You're not gonna hop over that.
What?
You're not gonna hop over that without me asking a question. So 5-star. You said 5-star is officially part of the FSK verse.
Hold up. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he said 5 stars is officially part of FSK verse.
Nah, because that means
not new.
Nah, that's not new. But we just talked earlier about all of these books connecting to the Zero event, right? Now I've read 5-star number 1, and it didn't say anything about the Zero event. There were no Easter eggs for that because it wasn't part of the FSK verse at the time. So when I reread 5-star number 1, the re-release, am I going to see something different?
Yes, you are completely.
Huh.
See, I didn't know about that part.
Tony Clapper, Danny Cooper, and I, we have been in a lot of meetings to figure out how to integrate 5-star into the verse, because Tony wanted to be a part of the verse. He didn't want to just come under FSK. We love the 5-star character, and we actually think 5-star is a great fit for our roster. We have this competition. We're going to be building up this competition between Vigilance and 5-star. We have like some language in there that, because like 5-star, remember 5-star is actually the rating for their superhero system.
Yeah.
Well, we have a different rating system in the FSK verse, but we figured out how to get around that. So we'll reuse both of them, and it's we think it's a funny inside joke. We hope other people do too.
Vigilance gonna be a 6-star. She got to be 6-star. She got to be a 6-star. Vigilance a bad mama jamma. I don't know.
Hey.
That's gonna be tough.
Dude, I can't wait for this freaking emergence to come out, because we about to do some things. But very happy and excited to have 5-star in. So you guys, we did the stretch goal. I want to make sure I did this right. We did the stretch goal for the Hot Shot Trade Kickstarter. So that means that everybody got a physical copy of Hot Shot 10, which is right here in my hand. We were able to pick that up.
Okay.
We got the number 10s. Trade 1 is done, and I'm just waiting for Trade 2 to be done, and then I'm going to start shipping. So then we were like, you know what? It's been a while since we came out with some comics, man. And we got new creators on here and stuff like that. Let's just drop Hot Shot 11 in December. It's done. It's I just finished the pencils. It's being inked and colored and lettered at the same time. Lori's actually almost done with the ink. She only got one more page left. And Veronica's got like 10 pages colored already. So That's coming out in December. 5-star is starting off our 2022 year off with 5-star number 1, the FSK edition Kickstarter. Then in March we'll be celebrating which is why I said this was a cheat earlier, if you guys remember, we'll be celebrating our 25th issue as FSK. 25 comic books produced and published by FSK with Vigilance number 4. So that's going to be our number 25 celebration issue. And then Emerald Quest is coming out after that, but we're only doing a 2-week Kickstarter for that, for issue number 2. And then we have, we still have Spider Squirrel, because I believe Charlie's almost done with issue 3. We have Taijutsu Gates that's coming out through Cypher.
Taijutsu Gates.
Yeah, that's coming out with the Vigilance 4 Kickstarter. I've already started getting the variant covers done for Vigilance 4. I figured out what I'm doing with mine, so competition, be ready.
It's always about that competition, isn't it?
So, and we've actually got our books, our release schedule planned to the end of December next year.
Awesome.
Nice. All right, now what is this that you're sharing?
Oh, so this is actually, so we are releasing the source book number 2 with our Emerald Quest Kickstarter, and this is the inside look at the source book. If you guys remember the last source book, it's our character book that gives you character information, stuff like that. But we try to elevate that. We don't want it to just be a cut and dry character book. We tie it into the actual story that's happening at FSK. The last one, issue number 1, was tied into Heroes International, and it's actually got to do with their budget and how they're getting money to fund Heroes International, which will be connecting that. So we did Heroes International 3, and technically it goes source book number 1, and then back to Heroes International 4. So this one, we're doing Emerald Quest, and I won't reveal the connection or whatnot until you read the book, but it is tied to the first issue and Queen Alexia doing what she does in the first issue of Emerald Quest. And these are some of the interior pages that were put together by our intern, Michelle. She did the whole layout with the trees and the magic pools of water.
With the Photoshop skills. I see
the
you.
Photoshop skills are massive. All right. She just, and she used current artwork that we have to fill these pools, but just giving you information on the characters of Emerald Quest for the first issue to get you started off right and knowing who these people are.
Nice. That's nice, man. That's beautiful work.
Yeah, she was fantastic, man. She was a great intern. We had her doing an internship during
I love how he just throws that out there. I have an intern. Like, it's no big deal, I have an intern.
He's been doing that for years.
It's just, I have an intern. Like, mother.
We got an intern for that.
I got interns call my kids.
Well, CCAD is a great school, and again, I'm cheating, man. There's some paper. I went and checked the paperwork there. They do an internship fair each year, and I can fill out the paperwork. I can everything that they ask for on that paperwork. I have, and now we're LLC officially, so that helps. But prior to that, before us being actually incorporated, it's just a worksheet you have to fill out. And I had the work. I had all the hours for them. I knew exactly what I wanted the interns to do. So as long as that was going on and I could, justify the work, we got interns.
Nice. Very nice.
Love it.
All right, man. Well, that's most of our time. Do you have any other questions for him?
No, man. What are you reading now? Mike, are you reading, or are you too busy working to read anything these days?
Outside of indie books.
Outside of your books. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about, I read Jaws books. I read I get my comics off of Kickstarter now. Yeah. I've barely touched a mainstream book. The only thing that I'm reading mainstream faithfully is My Hero Academia, and that thing gives me love every. Oh God, I think I'm 3 weeks behind, so I get to read 3 issues today. But My Hero Academia is everything of what superheroes used to be. Like what I loved about it.
You go see the new movie?
Not yet. I got Thursday and Friday off for my day job this coming up week. And my wife and I are just spending Thursday at the movies all day, and then I'll be going Friday with my kids.
I saw Eternals last night. We're supposed to be me and Stephanie, my middle daughter. She's the anime nerd in the house, so we're gonna go see My Hero Academia tonight, hopefully. Yeah,
I'm trying to see it next week for sure. I literally just got back from California last night for the day gig, and then I'm after this show.
Wait! You were just in California?
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in Irvine.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's too far away.
Yeah, I was in Irvine, and after I get off the show with you guys, I'm going to go ride up to Cleveland with my sister to pick up my mom so she can stay with us for a few days and hang out with the family and stuff. And
Nice.
I got a small show tomorrow at a school that's doing a STEM fair or whatnot. So I won't have any time to go to the movies this weekend.
Yeah.
Sadly, because I definitely want to see Eternals. I want to see My Hero Academia. I want to see the James Bond movie.
Hey,
Ghostbusters.
I don't know about maybe Mike is the hardest working man in comics these days. Maybe I can't take the title because Mike don't even got time to go see My Hero Academia. I know he working hard.
I don't know, man. Like you say, I got enough stuff to send to inboxes, but then I still have stuff to reveal on shows. Y'all don't know half the shit that Victor Andrews is working on.
I love it. Well, tell the folks where they can find you and where they can find your Kickstarter.
All right, you guys can find our Kickstarter at fskgo.com. And you know what? Just because I love these guys and I appreciate them bringing me on their platform and they're awesome creators and individuals, you can also go ahead and get an early sneak. Go get an early look. fsknow.com. That's our official website. If you guys order something, I'll ship that shit. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll do that for you, even though we're not launching it yet. There you go. That there is the exclusive for y'all show. fsknow.com. But the Go website is where our Kickstarter lives and breathes right now. We're at 3,166. Thank you for the dono. Kyrun, appreciate it. We got 16 days left on that Kickstarter. Obviously, the more money we get, the more we can do with the comic books. And I'm trying to get the fourth issue. Well, we're immediately going to roll into the fourth issue once Seth is done with the second issue or whatnot. But you can find me on all social media as Most Epic Art. And I have to shout out Danny J. Quick because I just got my first dollar dono from TikTok after persevering 1,000 followers finally. And I finally got somebody at TikTok to give me some money.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know, it's all about being consistent and keep doing it. And I can't replicate what Danny J. Quick does on TikTok because he's hilarious on there. So you know, I got to do my own thing or whatnot. But finally, some money from TikTok. Thank you.
It happened eventually, man. Hey,
that's hilarious.
I love it. What about you, Kyrun? Where can people find you?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com. I am on Twitter and Instagram at Taurus Comics. Check out my comic books there. That's it. I'm on TikTok too. But I don't remember what my TikTok name is though.
Kyrun49. I know.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Are you stalking me? I see. All right. All right, Danny, what about you? Where can we find your stuff?
If you're looking for me, our website is www.fourthwallpros.com. That's where you can get all our comics. And if you want to find me on social media, it's at the Ace Blade on all of the social media platforms.
Nice.
We appreciate you coming on, Mike, man. I always have a good time talking to you, man.
I love talking to you guys, so thank you for bringing me.
Awesome.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you again for joining us on the live stream. If you haven't, please go to our website, fourtailspodcast.com. Make sure you're signed up there for YouTube, Twitter, and all that to get notifications when our next episode will be, which we actually have an episode next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. With a book called O Kingdom Come. So that's going to be our second to last episode for the season. And then we'll come back in January 2022. Yeah, is it 2022 already? God.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Until next time, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Music provided by Quick Minute. That's QUIXKMADEIT. Find them on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.